You know what game I liked? Deus Ex Human Revolution. It was a pretty good game. It's all up for grabs as the arc is coming to a close, as the question has yet to be answered. Who will Eri go to? One group wants to rescue, one wants to continue to torment, and all of a sudden, one wants to kidnap for the sake of payback and trolling Overhaul. Whoever takes Eri will be the winner. This chapter continues on with their nearly over mission that is ready to see the outcome. If you're hoping for heroines to get action or developments, this chapter could disappoint you. Granted, we got a brief action, but the idea of how other characters get their moment of fame won't be happening. It's funny because I almost thought we had a time skip since the pages didn't have a flashback indicator such as black surrounding. The real spotlight belongs to how it happened rather than who partake this direction. I guess I thought of being a time skip because Deku shows up out of nowhere to tell Ochaku to send the big guy, yeah, I'm calling him that, to the location where all the heroes need some assist. So they think. I quickly rethink when I noticed the setup being the same timeline as the last chapter, so no doubt it was Toga disguising him. They even dig a hole for the heroes, so let's thank them to make it happen. The plan for the League of Villains is to kidnap Eri for practically revenge. I guess we thought too much of sending idea for them to do something screwed up. This creates a bigger dilemma since now we have 3 factions involved and it could go to any direction. The tension does increase because of it, so it's effective enough to enjoy the thrill. It begins once Compress Clone starts the race to take Eri. The 3-way battle involves in a capture the flag style, and Eri is the flag. No more does involve with Clash of Titans. Deku steps in to mess up the villain's plan, but Overhaul still beats them to the punch. He takes advantage of the ceiling's hole that the villains made to escape, so let's thank them to make it happen. Before the narrator can speak out to say, game over, Deku jumps high for one last attempt. The chapter then enters an interesting, yet highly questionable revelation to Eri's quirk. First of all, it was a nice moment of Muriel's cape to be a symbol for Eri since it was heavily highlighted in the past. It would make sense for her to feel compassion enough to grab it like a treasure. Because of it, supposedly Eri now awakened her true potential of her quirk. It begins the narrative of the discussion between Father and Overhaul about the hidden potential of Eri. It builds up the suspense of her true capability as well as cover the day of when Overhaul begins to take advantage of her being. Eri is actually the father's daughter's child, but abandoned due to her husband's disappearance. It makes you wonder how his disappearance reflected by Eri if she can only destroy a quirk, not a person. As it continues to build up the revelation, she is considered a genetic mutation due to her rare quirk gained. Once that was established, that's when Overhaul began to make her suffer. Eventually, she gave up. Thanks to Muriel's inspiring words, she activates her quirk, and it becomes a quirk that rewinds. There are good, iffy, and bad thoughts that I acquire from this revelation. It's good to know how she has developed the sense of heroism from her encounters. It does make sense that the quirk may not really be destroyed, rather set back to stage 1, early birth. At least that's the conclusion I got from this. I don't know if her quirk can do more than quirk aspect. I understand that she revert Overhaul back to his normal form, but we may need a clear understanding. Does that mean Mira can get it back? The real question is, should that happen? I feel iffy because of how it works, or at least how vague it is at this time. I'm not going to jump to conclusion on its potential because more need to be addressed. There could be a limit and repercussion for all we know. As of now, she isn't aware of her quirk extent. So if Hero saves her, I can see them helping her to develop her quirk to its full potential. The idea of rare occurrence is now opened up for any character to obtain something broken, which could be frightening to see how the series would develop from this point forward. My only gripe is the convenient timing it had and its effect to be a destroyer only now to be a tape player. It happened around this very instant to occur, and because of Overhaul being split apart, he's incredibly vulnerable for an easy win. It's a clear indication that the battle is closing in the next chapter. I wouldn't call it Deus Ex Machina for now, but hopefully the mangaka is careful with his capability. The only question left is, will Deku manage to save her, or is there one more roadblock? The visual is pretty good for the most part. It's about the race to capture the flag. Hell, even Eri carrying Mirio's cape made that symbol. Joking aside, it does leave tense feeling when trying to save her, as it feels to be the final attempt. The splitting image, literally, looks cool. I give the mangaka that. The last page has the sensation of a hero reaching to save one another. It's a pleasant sight. It is a pretty decent chapter with possibly mixed feelings in the long run. While it is a shame for heroines to be sidelined and make way for a game, it still entertains with its tense battle race to reach for the final goal. Eri's revelation is interesting, though convenient and hopefully not damaging in the future. It all lies on this moment now. I'm giving this chapter an 8. But seriously, I do like that game. What are your thoughts of this chapter? Who do you think is going to take Eri? Will it be Overhaul again? Will it be Deku? Or will it be the villains? Anything goes from there. It will be a funny irony, which could still happen honestly, that the villains are the ones to save the day by helping the heroes to get Eri. Hey, it could happen. Now we know they're the one that caused the mayhem, and then Overhaul decided, you know what, screw this, I'm going to escape. Then Deku shows up, and then Eri unleashes her awakening power. It's just Hero Day. And that will do it for the review. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel, and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.